Bum bum bum. Duhad here with Balil and Bean, and we continue deeper, deeper into the pits of Undwin, because this is, bad stuff be happening. So anyway, you guys have just left the broadcasting station, being pretty certain that the mob is, put you at least relatively high on their hit list, quite literal hit list as the case may be, and you're kind of you're in a bit of a weird situation. You definitely also know that the head of the Scav Pirates is now facing a execution, probably within a couple of days. You also are on something of a time limit, as within a week or so, a week to possibly 2 weeks, a storm will blow in and give you and basically trap you on this station. And if you are stuck here for 6 months or thereabouts, you will definitely never leave this station alive. Like, you will definitely be murdered. That's just going to happen.
That's assuming we don't kill all of them.
Assuming you don't go on like a hard-boiled style raid of the massive shootout and kill all of the gangsters. It seems
Who
unlikely.
says we need a shootout to kill them all?
Fair enough. Anyway, point is, you guys head out to your car, and when you do, you notice something odd, which is that the driver, you can see the driver, and he kind of looks at you, but he doesn't get out of the car to greet you as he usually does.
Huh.
I mean, I imagine being shirtless with tribal tattoos showing.
Yeah, he might just be a little bit on the intimidated
And both
side.
of them with a very either a disappointed or a pissed off look on their face. Probably doesn't.
Yeah, he's possibly kind of a little intimidated / worried by the way you guys are looking and acting.
Okay. Well, Ronnie attempts a small smile, as he always does for their dear driver, but climbs into the back and is just like, well, that could have gone better.
Yeah. I wish I fucking cut their throats.
As you say that, you feel the barrel of a gun press against the back of your head, and a voice says, "Yes, you could."
Ronnie just sighs, and he puts his hands up by his head, and I don't know. Is Chloe able to see them or anything?
Yeah, Chloe, you see a familiar face in the back of the back seat of the car. It is First Mate Fancy Hat of Captain Redtooth's crew.
Hello, Fancy Hat.
He nods,
Fancy Hat.
Yeah, he nods at you and cocks the gun in his hand. Yes, I am needing to have a word with you both.
Trying to remember what's it called? What Ronnie named him or gave him the name? Captain Fancy Hat. I think that was it.
No, I think it was just First Mate Fancy Hat, because we told him to add the Fancy Hat to his name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he doesn't. Here's the thing: he's putting a gun to the back of your head, but he's not giving you a "I'm gonna fucking shoot the back of your head open" look. Like, he's kind of giving you I want to talk to you. Sorry about the gun, but we're fucking gonna have this conversation.
We know that Redtooth isn't guilty.
Yeah, he backs off very slightly and kind of pulls the gun back a little bit and says, "Good."
Well, Fancy Pants. Fancy Hat.
Fancy Pants. Wait,
Fancy Pants.
Who's Fancy Pants? I'm trying to remember. That's a fantasy. It sounds like an Adventure Time character.
No, it's a
Well,
MLP,
there's a
MLP.
game that's Fancy Pants.
There's a Fancy Pants LP. There's definitely a Fancy Pants game. I don't know if there's
Fancy
an Adventure
Pants is
Time character with
just
Fancy Pants.
I feel
There's
like
also
there
like
is.
Squilliam
Yeah.
Fancy Tentacles is the SpongeBob character.
Yeah, there's a lot of Fancy Pants characters.
And anyway, yeah. But
yes,
he
so
says,
Fancy Hat.
Yeah, so Fancy Hat says, get in car.
All right.
Mhm.
Just you gotta have to put the gun away, okay?
I
Our
put gun
driver
away
is
when you are in
scared
car
enough
and
of
doors
it.
closed. No shouting.
Ronnie climbs into the car.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So the door closes, the driver takes off. And he clearly is like, yeah. Like, he looks nervous. Like, he's probably been, like,
Really?
held up for the last couple of minutes.
I have not asked what the driver's name is.
Yeah, this probably isn't the best time to do so.
Yeah, I was about to be like, oh, sorry, whatever your name is, but whatever. Okay.
Right. So
He knows the drill.
as the car starts driving, he actually like withdraws the gun and says, "Like, you know that Captain Redtooth is innocent. Yes,
We know it's one of those fucking Redaluru.
bastards."
We know that it couldn't have been a scav.
Yeah, he spits on the floor and says, "Yes, it's not scav. No scav kill Patches. Patches, good scav, friend to all."
Right. Yes.
And before Patches kicks someone off of a ledge into a pit to get their gear.
Yes, only happened one time. Only one time. Patches, good man, good scav. Not hurt to fly. Captain Redtooth, she heard many flies, but never heard Patches.
Right. Well, Fancy Hat, I gotta ask, why have you come to us? Do you have anything that will help our investigation, or?
Yes.
All
Very
right.
important information.
Thank goodness.
Key to your investigation.
Yes, I'm sure it'll get us at least somewhere.
Yes. However, need something in return.
And what's that?
Like what?
Your help.
And doing what?
Creating a distraction.
For
For purpose of breaking Captain Redtooth out of prison.
Or, we could do this so much simpler.
no,
And-
wait a minute. He's onto something.
Right.
If you create a distraction, draw away security forces, draw away. He puts up his fingers and does little finger quotes. Iluru security forces. Then we will go in and save Captain Redtooth. And
Do you have any engineers?
Yes.
A part of your scav crew.
Many scavs are engineers. We.
I
fix
have
things.
I have an idea.
Yes.
The driver can't hear.
You want me to shoot driver?
No.
Oh,
no.
goodness. No, please don't shoot the driver.
Good.
Drive yourself home.
Okay. Yeah. I got no problem doing that.
And then get out of the car.
Yeah, we should all get out of the car.
No.
Oh, goodness.
No. You stay in car. No running away.
Driver gets out of car.
Yes. Uluru knows situation. Ronnie learned much from Uluru, friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to see things. Ronnie just looks so exhausted after having almost died in that TV place.
The driver, goes on the elevator again and drives himself home, and as he leaves the keys in the ignition for one of you to take over driving duties.
I guess Ronnie will hop up to the front.
All right, yeah, you can
Now-
clamber over the seats.
Ronnie,
Mm-hmm.
how explosive are those grenades?
Well, they're just regular grenades, so...
Well, how many of them did they provide at her place?
Enough.
A decent amount.
Now, I'm wondering, Mr.
God,
Fancy
music.
Hat.
Yes.
How much explosives would it take to collapse the cave around the radio tower?
He shakes his head. Oh, many, many, many. It is very difficult to break. Chiron engineering is well designed for sake of preventing cave-in, since would kill everyone.
What about in a very specific part?
Could damage building relatively easily. Just cave-in
Well,
very difficult.
what I mean is, for example, cave-in enough of it to destroy a house.
Would be easier to collapse building down to lower floor.
All right. You understand what I'm getting at, right?
Yes. Very easy to destroy building. Very difficult to destroy entire area or cause major cave-in. Again, Chiron engineering very good. Is very good because if not, then we all die when cave-in begins because whole place collapses in on itself and everybody squish.
All right.
We don't want everybody squish.
No.
Well,
Chloe, I'm not sure I'm all on board with this plan.
I'm not saying that we have to kill them. Well, maybe.
I think this may generate more chaos than we need.
Well, the more chaos required, then the more of a chance to escape. And if there's we create enough of a diversion, we can probably find out who's behind all of this without having to worry about the crime syndicate on our heads.
How would that help?
Planning to destroy building at center of criminal organization, you may require more assistance than you have. It is very difficult to get one passed on CCT.
Now, this is under the assumption that we do get help. She winks, like in a very obvious manner. I mean, after all, the scabs are a bit slow, so they need to...
The fancy hat blinks at you. You would need much assistance.
I meant as in the scabs.
Oh,
Or to help.
no. We'll be very busy blowing up prison. Cannot help you blow a building.
See? No help. Alright, scrapping that plan.
A small explosion would still probably be enough, as long as it's enough to cause panic.
Gosh.
Small explosions, a couple of murder, fire. It's not really important. It's many options for causing mayhem. If mayhem cause, we get more people away, we go in, we save our captain.
Where does I imagine that we at least... I give a short descriptor of the young girl, LaRue, that was up there. Where do they live?
She live actually like up near surface, almost at very tippy top.
So
Really?
Yes, not like big cramped lower deck areas, like sky. Understandable.
So if something were to happen to her house,
Oh,
to her as a
very
person,
angry.
it
Very
would
angry.
create some kind of distraction, though.
Is daughter of chieftain.
Oh, goodness.
Be very, very angry. Whole TCT go up and try and investigate. Probably bring security too. Good work, very clever.
We're gonna die.
Okay,
Now,
you willing?
Ronnie.
for this?
Ronnie, this is all fine. If you don't want to get involved and you want to run all the way back home, in between your legs, and then everything, everything here finds out that a murder was solved poorly by us, and there was no actual justification, or what is it? There's no actual justice to be had anywhere.
I love the idea of a police
No.
of like essentially a law enforcement officer who's like, oh, there'd be no, wow, what's that word? Hell, they're always banging on about justice. Justice, that's it.
Yeah, basically she's trying to say that to Ronnie. Well, do you know that the higher ups will probably not want to hire someone who's responsible for getting the wrong person murdered, and then everything and the crimes continue to happen. But you know what they would award someone with? They'd award someone quite generously if all crime stopped, including a crime syndicate. And it also so happened to be when in an event where the crime syndicate broke down.
Ronnie just sighs and drops his head, and he's like, "All right, you're right. You're right."
Yeah, definitely counting that as working towards your goal right there.
What?
There's Ronnie's moment of I'm working towards my goal, even though it's going to cost me.
It's just
Like, yeah, I want to be accepted. Okay.
Too trusting. Here we go.
You'll tell him I worked hard with this, right?
Yes.
No mention of how all that.
It's not. Of course not.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, how is the security around this place?
It's not as bad as you think. Definitely is people, but not so many. Usually a couple guards, some security cameras, that sort of thing.
Security cameras.
Now, what kind of psionic things are you able to do, Ronnie?
I got my psi hand and shield.
It's not going to be as useful than I thought. Wait. Can you pull a fire alarm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
From a distance?
That is what my hand
Yep.
does.
Do any of these guards carry grenades?
That you do not know. Like, no idea. No clue. Maybe?
Well, so Ronnie, we're going to have a selection. We're going to have a choice when we get there.
A select. What choice?
And by choice, I mean you have to have a choice. You either
What?
pull a lever to turn out the power, or you pull a lever to blow up a grenade.
Okay. Or we could just, harmlessly blow up a grenade outside the house and ruin the outside of it rather than killing everyone inside.
Right. Now, back to my plan. You get the impression that
Yeah.
that Chloe's pretty set to at least lead to the death of at least one Redaluru.
She wants to kill at least someone.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
That was pretty good.
What?
Just back to my plan. Good idea. Right. Back to the actual plan here now.
Back
to the plan.
Yeah, it's supposed
Back to reality.
Oops, there goes gravity.
Do you think all of those things could be solved in some way that doesn't result in someone dying? So back to the murder.
Let's move away from that train of thought and back to killing people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, saving people. No, okay, killing people.
Okay,
Now I'm going to tell you right now that I threatened her with her life.
Right.
So there's going to be quite a few more guards there.
Right.
Which means we're going to need a fairly big distraction. Not big enough, which likely won't be big enough to attract the authorities on the other side of the place. Since, it can be a bit hard. But We need
try-
something big enough to at least, get rid of their ability to see when I come in and does a hand motion of slitting the person's throat.
Right. Okay. Well then, I guess the first thing would be to take out the power core. So that's the choice that you talked about, because I'm not fixing to blow up someone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could also destroy their the water supply, but I really don't think that in a place that's already having trouble with their water supply, that destroying the remainder of it is going to lead with something good.
This whole plan won't lead to something good. Yes, I agree in not destroying their water supply. Just messing with the power. Something that they can survive without.
Right? How
Hopefully.
stealthy are you scavs?
These guys can be very stealthy, very sneaky.
All right, then I'm gonna need at least 2 of your most stealthy members.
Yes. Stealthy members. Can provide this, yes.
It's gonna be like clank, clank, clank. They're gonna be like stealthy, but they're gonna have like loud clacking noises because they're cybernetics or something. It's gonna be great. They have like pots and pans attached to themselves.
It's nodding like excitedly, like yes, know exactly who to send. And what we do, we send them. I give them information you need. Once you have done job, they give you information. You go out, you find the clues you need, and once we have our captain, we will repair our ship and prepare to leave. We'll wait for you a little bit. Can't wait long, or else we all get murdered. But we'll wait a little bit, try and get you. If you are having trouble leaving, which you might have after doing what you are planning on doing, you come with us. We help you get off planet safely before storm hits.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. In that case, we will go and prepare people. As soon as distraction have begun, we will break out our captain.
All right. Thought passes in head. When the fuck is the reinforcement supposed to get here?
There seems to be some sort of delay on that.
I don't know. Who
How
knows?
crazy!
Man, it's almost as if that was supposed to be played by another player, and
Yeah.
that they just,
Or maybe
didn't show up.
Maybe something else is going on. Maybe something far darker, because that's obviously no longer going to happen. But that doesn't mean that the universe is going to just suddenly have the person disappear into the ether, because something else could have happened.
Oh, goodness.
But you'll find out
Indeed.
about that. But yeah, so where to?
Right, I'm the driver now, aren't I?
Yeah, you're the driver. You are controlling your own fate.
Oh, goodness. So we've got a plan to go blow up Chieftain Daughter's house near the top surface.
No, not
While
necessarily blow up,
simultaneously-
but assassinate the chieftain daughter in some way.
While simultaneously the scavs are busting out their captain.
Their
from the
captain.
jail.
As any good police officers would do in an attempt to learn more information for the case that you're working on, you're going to help bust a dangerous pirate out of prison by blowing up the house of a suspected
Hey,
criminal.
Ronnie tried to say, why don't we just do this, the nice way, but then Chloe had to go and threaten him
really
not
wanted to
getting his
kill
job.
Chloe really wanted to kill this one suspect, as most cops
How
do.
are you a police officer?
Keep in mind,
Why did
every
they
single
say-
time, every time she refers to herself, she always says soldier.
Yeah. Oh lord, there's the camera.
So there's a
I feel like the higher ups were just like, we need to get rid of this chick. Hey, you know, we got a new recruit. Why don't we just send her with him?
Yeah,
Make it be his problem.
Yeah, it's his problem now. Fucking just.
The real test is to see if I can make sure she doesn't
like
go insane.
And the worst part is.
Well, yeah, your real test is to try and figure out whether or not you can survive being partners with her for any length of time.
Okay, I guess what we should do is probably get some sort of layout plan of the chieftain daughter's house so that we know what the heck we're doing.
Okay. Do you have an idea as to where you might want to try and get that from? I mean, the police records probably have that sort of thing, but then again, you might not want to leave the sort of paper trail of requesting information on a house that's about to explode.
Right. Well, we could say it as we've got a suspect in the Red Allurus, and we need to investigate houses and stuff like that.
That could work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Still kind of leaves a little bit of a paper trail.
It does.
Well,
what if we say that we want to look for a different Alluru name, right?
Up their house instead.
No.
No,
We ask for their name in terms of.
Here's the thing: they're going to know what you looked up because they're going to have it on their computer records. So it's basically how you want to justify the fact that you access these records prior to, again, this attack happening.
Well, here's what we do: we use a friend's login.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. There's a clever trick. Spinning.
Okay, what about this? We say we're concerned after visiting with them. They express some concern of maybe an attack happening. So we need to get ready to be able to protect their house. We go over there, and that would justify anyone seeing us.
That would also probably lower the security on the actual station.
Yeah, because we would be there for the security.
There you go. That could actually work.
Hey!
Okay.
I can't be helping in this plot to assassinate someone.
You're doing a great job in helping this terrible plan.
We're gonna die.
To assassinate him.
Chloe, I'm having second thoughts on this.
You could always try just destroying the things and then leaving before she shows up so that you don't have to murder this woman, but that's up to you guys.
What if we Ronnie turns around and is like, so Chloe, hear me out, right? What if we don't go and murder this person and blow up her
Just silence and staring.
Okay, because here's my thought, right? What if our friend here, Fancy Hat, told us the information, and we used that to find the actual person who murdered Patches, thereby releasing Red Tooth easily, without the risk of all of us going to jail.
Or the grave.
Or dying.
Now, if you want to leave early and avoid any potential fallout, that's fine. But I want to stick with my plan.
You see, your plan is going to kill all of us.
No.
Your plan
Just
is
the
like
chieftain's daughter.
Rube Goldberg machine. It's over here making things unnecessarily complicated.
Again, if you want
Fancy
Red Tooth
Hat, what are your
assassinated,
thoughts?
that's fine.
Fancy Hat kind of shrugs and says, it probably is better if you just destroy building and then flee before entire clan of Iluru, mob members come to murder you. But I am not one to judge. If you want to, if you want to fight them, as long as you are causing a distraction to help save, Captain Redtooth, I'm fine with you doing the follow-up however you want to.
Well, Fancy Hat, what I'm posing here is instead of us doing this whole explosion thing, what if we just found the actual suspect using whatever, information you have for us, and they released Red Tooth because we found the actual killer and
Well,
saboteur.
the problem is that if you want any kind of justice, you're going to probably need to use vigilantism anyways. If the actual person guilty is a Red Uluru, they're going to get out of prosecution any way they can.
Well, is possible maybe we compromise? How about this? What if I give you information, you go find out what you need to find out. If they do not release Captain Redtooth, then you help us murder everyone necessary to save Captain Redtooth. Then we get Captain back. You get to kill people maybe. You get to kill people maybe not.
I like this plan better.
Yep. Plan does sound a bit better.
But
Goodness.
you must make promise. If
Just barely.
yeah, you need if you come to it, Captain Redtooth not being released, you must help us. Or else otherwise we kill you as well.
Right.
It's only fair.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, I'm trusting you. Very, very trusting.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I am more willing to accept this.
Hooray! He's compromising. Captain always say diplomatic solutions very useful. Glad to see this is paying off. Okay, here you go. He pulls out this little essentially like a map of the surface and starts drawing on it. Now, when we first came in, we saw something strange in this area here. Big old circle. Is strange signals. Yesterday, on day when Patch is killed, we pick up similar signals. We think related. Maybe. But whatever is, definitely very strange. Possibly weapons cache. Possibly. Either way, you go out here, you find it. Maybe is a Luru, supply drop. Is how Mafia being supplied all this time. They're using this to kill our people. You find it, you break it if it's that. If it's not that, maybe you find clue to help stop this guy. If it's that, you also find evidence. Win-win.
Right. Can you explain? I mean, what kind of signals were these?
Electronic, the type you get from cybernetics and also robots.
Okay. Didn't know if it was some, I don't know, cue cards or something. Anyway.
No, he's a metal thing. He's made of metal and also wires and electricity.
Right.
Cybernetic.
Just typing up all these notes, huh?
Right. I'm writing up my police report.
Hi, I'm going to be sending a police report back to Cyberlife.
Actually, I'm imagining more
Just
like Cole Phelps just rapidly sketching out a picture of First Mate Fancy Hat and writing next to his thing, strange metal signals.
No, I like the idea that it's a perfect looking sketch, except on the name it says Fancy Pants, scratched out hat.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, he says, if you take surface vehicle, you can get out there, find information, get back safely though. It's dangerous out there.
It's dangerous to go alone.
It's dangerous up there?
It's very dangerous. Sandstorms and storms. Not big bad ones. Big bad ones, you just die. No getting out there at that time. But still dangerous. Plus, it's the area where it's very easy to disappear. No one find you if you have enemies.
Right. Really
Right.
wish we hadn't threatened that group.
I wish I went further with it.
You may have opportunity, even so. It's possible they come looking for you, so you keep eyes open. Do not let them get drop on you. They get drop on you, it end very badly, very quickly.
All right. What kind of vehicle are we going to be taking up there?
You are with government. You can get them to give you local security patrol.
All right.
Is nothing too special, but should be fine.
We're going to have to load it up full of grenades.
We're not gonna have to load it with grenades.
You
Well,
may
I'm
not
just
want to
saying.
put too many grenades in vehicle. If you get shot, then boom.
Well,
no
what I'm
more,
saying
no more
is,
nice friendly people.
if we need to, we need to have at least a few more than the ones you have. You know,
Like
come on.
3 more than the ones I
Okay.
have.
Okay, 3 more. 4. 4 more.
Okay, you drop me off back with people. Okay,
Hmm.
Back with.
back
Oh,
in Scavtown. Bring me right there. I don't want to walk. It's very long walk. Also, many very angry security people. Not so like me right now.
right. Hey, Fancy Hat, I had just one more question for you, man.
Yes.
How have the robots been treating you and your crew?
He's been very nice, actually. Is Shamarin robot. We find very nice. Reprogram and get him
Wait.
to the bar.
Wait a minute.
You reprogrammed them?
Aye, very much so. That's why it's so friendly.
Wait a
Oh.
minute.
Just in the
How
bar?
many Shimerin robots do you have?
Me? I don't know, 4, 5, 6, maybe.
Do any of them have cybernetic weapons?
Yes, all. Take them off though. Too dangerous. I feel a little uncomfortable around them.
Well, does that mean the government has access to
Maybe.
Shaman
We find many of
bombs?
them. We find many of them. But all broken, not working. So we repaired them. But supposedly, guess government might have those.
Oh,
Actually, that explains why we find so many. Eh,
oh.
Right.
Flashback to Shamans and Allure. Oh.
So just to clarify, he said that he reprograms all the robots that are in the bar.
Yeah, but they're
Okay.
apparently they just kind of found these ones laying around broken. But apparently
Where
there's
did
a
he
bunch. They just
Find
they keep on
them?
finding them. They keep on just finding broken down robots. And you're like, oh, okay, like hey, sure.
Where do you find these broken down robots?
Mostly, we find a couple scrapped here and there. We also find a few who is being dumped in garbage. Pull them out and refix them.
Right.
Do they have any? Have you seen anyone dumping them?
No, not see who dumped them, but they'd be damaged. Shot up bad.
You said shut up?
Oh yes, shot up very bad. Few have been rewelded and stuff, fixed up, and then apparently shot again.
Wait a minute. Fancy Hat,
Hey,
you should probably dismantle those robots.
but very nice robots, very helpful, very nice.
Nah,
When have you just always found the robots while you guys have been here, even before your ship got sabotaged?
Oh yes. It's find one almost first day here. Actually, outside, it was caught up in storm guests and got damaged. We pick up and bring with us. That's the one that currently in bar.
were they acting any weirder before the
They were
before
broken
reprogramming?
before we reprogrammed them, but yes, programming very odd, very old, very busted. Sometimes a little tweaky tweak, but those are usually ones been clawed up. Shut up.
Wait a minute, clawed up.
Oh yes, some get clawed up like.
Wait a minute. Like, what do you mean clawed?
Oh, like a little go scrape on them, and they no work so no good no more.
So, you're finding mafia bots and fixing them up.
Maybe they also might be
Right.
enemies of mafia bots.
So what you're saying is that the robots that were recently repaired only to then be destroyed again and dumped where you would find them.
Yes, very convenient,
Ah,
very helpful.
All
you're
right,
gonna
so
probably need to dismantle those things.
what about the ones that you have not repaired? The other ones that are, just fine but aren't specifically yours, kind of.
We take parts need and leave rest to go. We we don't like seeing robots left dead.
No, I mean the other functioning robots throughout the city.
Oh no! No one use these sorts of robots. Shamaran robots not so respected here. People not like Shamarans.
But how are those robots to you? Do they?
Oh, they're nice. I mean, we've
They're
programmed them,
nice.
give them funny hats. They're very happy.
Wait a minute.
Right.
How advanced are their programming?
Pretty advanced. Old though, like dumb, like scrap robots. From war.
Whispers to wait a minute. Are they Federation?
Is Cimarron bots, Ghost Federation. We find these sometimes from war. Not usually so many or so nice, but you find the robots, and you fix them up. Is
Oh no.
basis of culture.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh.
All right. Thank you for that fancy hat.
Now, you're from the Federation space, right,
Been
Ronnie?
pirating around Federation species.
I'm asking Ronnie.
Right.
Right. Yes.
How much do scabs? How much are scabs and other outer rim races hated by Shamarans? Asking the Jundai, though the
Pretty a
race
lot.
known to
Who
hate
knows
Shamarans.
nothing?
Okay, so quick crash course for you being you're a Jundai. Jundai and Shamarans do not like each other. Partly because the fact that Shamarans are xenophobic assholes who are like militant, dickbags when it comes to other races. And two, Shamarans fucking hate the shit out of the enemies of the Federation, especially the people of the frontier who, actually managed to beat them. They have a strong patriotic streak and do not like being beaten, especially by a bunch of backwater primitives.
Right. So, Balil, what was your question?
Oh, the question was how much do the Shamarans hate the scabs? Hate outer rim races. Basically leading up the thing of, whoa, would they program a bunch of robots to kill outer rim people?
So,
Especially from the war?
Ronnie pauses at the first question, and he frowns. He's like, they don't really like anyone. And then I'm guessing the second
answer is
question is
super
posed.
Yeah.
So Ronnie's answer to the second one of could they have programmed the robots? Another just kind of a pause, and he goes, I think it would be a lot of effort for them to do that just for this one colony.
No, I mean just
Yeah, like here's the thing. Like it's basically like what both of you would probably be piecing together at this point, both in and out of character, like in character, would essentially be like some level of thing of essentially like, yes, no, the Shamarins definitely would not have bothered like making all these robots and sending them to some random planet just to dick with people out in the frontier. I mean, back during the war, with some old warbots, they totally might have programmed them with that sort of contingency in mind. But I mean, they'd have to be some really old robots, like old robots, like made around the time that these Shamarin bots apparently were, being manufactured. And they'd probably have to have been left out here during the war. You know, the war that left all these Shamarin bots out here.
oh no. How many of these have you found around here?
At least 20 or so.
Wait a minute. And I'm not saying the ones that are repaired. Wait a minute. Where is the dump that you keep finding them at?
Oh, down in lower levels. They get brought in. We also find a couple here on, nearer to surface. Usually they get caught out in the storm. Not sure why they are left out there, but who knows?
Oh. Oh no.
Seem to be coming from outside, coming in. It's odd, as if someone sent them out and they come back and get damaged on the way back, maybe.
Oh no. This is not good. This. Ooh.
He actually starts thinking. He takes out his little pen again and he starts marking like some of the places where they find. It's like, we only found here and here. Odd. His pattern, look. He shows you how, like, the place where he circled before is that place where they picked up these weird signals. The places where they find the robots seem to be kind of in a pattern as if in, like, there's almost like an almost direct line from that location to the colony.
Can we have this?
Yes, please take. Please take.
I think we figured out what happened.
Ronnie has a concerned look on his face. Clearly, he had been meaning to ask the scavs this question for a while and was not happy with the result of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's definitely something worth looking into. Goodness, robots.
Now, is there any way that we could predict where the next place will strike? From this data.
The best thing.
In character or out of character?
Yes.
Okay. In character, Captain Fancy had, First Mate Fancy had basically shrugs and was like, I don't know. Out of character, kind of. Like, you could basically, if you're going to, like, work on this based on, like, the idea that these guys are Federation machines, they would be acting in a way to sabotage major points like water, food, power, probably in preparation for this oncoming storm to ensure that the people will be crippled and starve during the blackout period when they can't get resupplied. However, to get a better idea of what the actual plan would be, you'd have to figure out where these guys are coming from and like investigate the the ship that they came in on, and if you can find out what their actual program is.
Fuck. Which means we have to explore outside.
Yeah, which means you'd have to go over to presumably their crashed ship.
Yep.
out
on the surface, where anyone could, where people who don't like you might want to try and make you disappear.
So, First Mate Fancy Hat.
Yes?
Could you spare one vehicle's worth of scavs?
Yes, if you believe this is helpful. This does seem to be a problem that is needing of help.
Do you have any vehicles with guns that could,
No.
defend?
We have armored vehicle, but nothing with heavy weapons.
Can we get that kind of vehicle from the police?
Oh, you could try, though I imagine it would be kind of either or. You either get my scavs or the armored police vehicle with weapon, since I don't think they'd want you carrying a bunch of us with you as you go out there. They are not so
Well, what
bad
I'm
with
saying
us.
is, can we get both?
No, it's something of the of either or. You
Yeah,
want
we could tell them that.
It's almost as if there's a GM who doesn't
Yeah,
want
it's
you to
almost,
bring
it's almost
as
like I don't
many
want to give
weapons
you
as
guys like an
possible.
entire squadron of scavs and also a tank.
Um, what if, well, this is asking you, April, what if we got the armored vehicle and some police officers to come with us?
You might be able to do that. You wouldn't get as many, but you could potentially get at least a couple of like, police dudes to give you a little hand in this.
Okay.
The one concern there would be
I
they'd
think that
they'd be willing to help you with the robots, but they wouldn't necessarily be willing to help you with the mob.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now. Maybe we should go with the scavs, since this might actually help with putting a good word into them and might encourage them a bit more that they helped prevent a collapse of the colony, which might actually help with releasing Redtooth.
Right. Okay. Then we will be eating some scavs.
All right,
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Scav.
Friggin' fancy hat.
Yes.
No, I said
Right.
fancy pants.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, fancy hat. Yes.
No, that is my father. No.
You think of you think of my brother, Fancy Pants. His pants are most fanciful. No, I am only possessing a fancy hat, though it's very nice.
It's a pretty
hat.
fancy hat.
Thank you.
Yes.
So basically, out of character, he's basically like the next thing he asked you was essentially like what you were essentially getting is a free version of subordinates. So he wants to know, do you guys want essentially PMC troopers, which would be like tough motherfuckers ready to mix shit up with guns? Bodyguards, which would be essentially more melee combative type people ready to go in and essentially mix things up from hand to hand. Infiltrators who would be able to help you with like a lot of more just sort of general use skills, less with the fighty, more with the clever use of
I'm
things.
going to say probably the more technical side is the preferable option.
Okay.
Oh, and then you ask, why is that? Well, if you're going to want to shut off all these robots...
Yeah, we need to techies.
Okay, do either of you guys have any sort of technical skill? Fair
No.
enough. Infiltrators it is. So yeah, he goes, yes,
Technical skill.
I have some engineers who can assist you. They are very good at their job. We'll be able to assist you.
Mm-hmm.
They're also very sneaky and very good at this sort of thing. Don't not worry, they will help.
Are we able to do a mismatch? A few engineers and a few melee guys?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I send you a couple of people.
All right.
Okay. The bodyguard type that you had said. A few engineers and a few of the bodyguard type.
Okay, I'm sending
Yeah.
both. We'll send both. Do not worry. You will be well taken care of.
Thank you. Very
They
kind
said
of you,
before
fancy
we all
hat.
die in a horrible, quote unquote.
Yes. In a horrible, exciting, climactic finale.
It's almost as if the GM planned this.
Almost like I had some whole sort of plan for this mini campaign to have a big, exciting climax.
The surprise.
Yeah, fucking shocker to that.
What a shocker.
But yeah, he's like, okay, I'm getting you people, and you will have vehicle waiting for you. Take care of anything you need done before you leave, as probably things could get messy. So make sure you're ready.
Right.
I'm gonna probably get a new shirt.
Okay, it's probably a good idea. Getting yourself some thick clothes for when you go outside, getting yourself some goggles and stuff that's all pretty easy. You don't have to worry about that stuff. If there's anything else you're specifically looking for, though, let me know.
Okay. Nuclear bomb.
No, you do not find one.
A bunch of eggs. No.
What eggs you can find?
A bunch of Chiron eggs. No.
That's
Someone give me some
It's like
construction.
that's going to a hospital and fucking
Yeah.
stealing babies.
yeah, like finding them easy, taking them not so easy, taking them and then not having the entire colony like fall on you in a like frothing like media fueled panic about child snatchers. Maybe a little bit harder.
Hey, that would cause a panic.
That would. Yes, stealing a bunch of babies would totally cause a panic.
Oh my god.
What a great idea, Ronnie. Let's totally do that. We'll forgo killing we'll forgo killing a wanted criminal in a crime syndicate in favor of killing babies.
That's killing babies, stealing babies. There's a big
Abducting,
difference.
abducting
I'm okay.
babies and then going out in the middle of a sandstorm.
Carry the babies with you as hostages. Very different.
Yeah, a completely different event. Completely. One is more moral than the other, clearly.
There you go.
The real answer is the real question is deciding which one is.
The truly difficult thing. But yeah.
Most difficult thing of them all. Stealing babies or killing criminals. Which one's amoral?
Which one is the true immoral? But,
See, I knew frogs would want to steal bug babies.
oh God.
It's in their genes.
Oh gosh.
Here we go, everybody. So yeah,
Right,
but
okay.
seriously, like, what else? What are you thinking?
We'll probably get a hold of a gun or two.
Oh, that'd be nice. Am I able to?
Yeah, you can get a gun.
Yeah. Okay.
You get any sort of small weapons or anything you want. Like, that's no problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use that as a backup because I'm not good with guns. But
Yeah.
Can I get a belt that will hold more grenades?
No. Basically, the idea is like
Okay.
it's the 3 rule is mostly just like there's like a limit so that you can't like use the
Right.
extremely powerful grenades to just fuck everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Like realistically, yes, you could, but for balance reasons, no. You're
Yeah.
stuck with that many grenades.
Yeah, no, of course.
however, if you guys wanted to, if you wanted to do it yourself, you can get a hold of and donate to our Patreon in order to get access to this
You
system.
get
that
our
we're
pre-order
building.
bonus of
Go to
giant extra
patreon.com/Duhad, and
grenade.
you can donate now. Link in
Get
description
the
is also here.
The pre-order bonus of like an
Go to
additional belt with even
audible.com
more grenades.
/Duhaded friends.
Yeah, okay,
and you
okay.
no.
There's
We're
a
not-
link in
we're-
there's a link in the description. We're done shilling for now.
We
Um,
we aren't sponsored by Audible. Please, Audible.
Oh God, yeah, oh boy, it's all.
Oh,
brought to you by
gosh.
Audible. Anyway, so yes, so yeah, you get a gun. Is there anything else you like? Yeah, what else were you thinking, Bean?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, aside
Other
from
than
a gun, I'm pretty alright. I'm not good with guns at all, but
Yeah, but
having a
Having
gun
one
is
is
better.
nice.
it's always nice to have a gun. Remember that one, kids. It's all April says, buy a gun. It's the best.
When in doubt, buy a gun.
Gun it out. Gun out.
Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway.
Gun it
Oh
out.
Lord, just fucking falling apart. Like
Yeah,
it's so
this is the best campaign. Talking about killing criminals, stealing babies,
and encouraging children to buy firearms.
we totally have
We're role
13
models.
year old babies watching us and not, the mature cool kids.
Not the coolest kids of all
our
time.
actual audience, right?
Okay.
That's David and subscribe.
So as we come up on the end of the second hour, and I'm going to need time to actually prepare the thing, so it'll probably be around the end of the session. But yeah, as we come to the end of the at the end of the session, the end of the second hour, we see our heroes like arming themselves up, and you are approached by a group of scavs, and like they're. They look like the fuckers in the image we're using as a title card, just like a bunch of weirdos with like mechanical limbs and like some of them are wearing body armor, some of them are wearing like cut off, like onesies. They were clearly not designed for scavs. Like, so they've had to like slice them up in order to actually fit inside of them properly. One of them's actually carrying a bag of like Shamarin robot parts because like he was busy trying working on like getting another one put together when the order came in to stop doing that. And they all kind of go like, "Okay, we're here. We'll be following."
Hello.
Yeah, we're following your orders now.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
You're gonna help us save the captain, right?
That's what this will hopefully lead to.
Great. They lead you to the surface level where they bring you to the vehicle dock, the hangar, and they show you the car that they prepared for you.
Is it terrible looking?
It looks like
Hot garbage.
it looks like Mad Max's car. Like it looks like a old road car with like a bunch of metal plates soldered onto it. They put like they've armored the windows by like just literally soldering like chain link fence to the thing, and
Wow.
yeah, they've added a second windshield on top of the first windshield to add extra levels of protection, and then covered that whole thing with chicken wire so that you get a little bit of extra protection there. They actually have a weapon mount. But there's no weapon on the mount, so they're just sort of like have it like there clearly because originally they're supposed to be something there, but they got removed due to the local authorities not.
Due to copyright law.
Yeah, no, due to the local laws. Like the local laws did not allow them to carry a big ass gun on their car, but yeah, and the whole thing is painted this. Like it's clearly meant to be kind of like a race car style thing where it's like red and yellow, but apparently they went a little crazy with it, so it's just red and yellow stripes all the way over it.
Good.
Ronnie he smiles and nods and he's like, nice. I like it.
So they're like, "Aye, yay!" And they open up the car and like they show you that there's actually like a second car. Like it's like they took a 4-seater and then another 4-seater, cut the back off the one and the front off the other, and put them together so that you now have an 8-seater. Go here, everybody in car.
I love it.
Wow.
Okay. Ronnie will climb in first, I guess.
Is there a hatch at the top in order to be able to stand up?
There's a hatch at the top. There's 2 hatches. One that actually leads out to the gun emplacement, and the other that just is sort of a sunroof.
Good. Good.
I love it.
So yeah, they pile into the car. Do you have a specific place you want to sit in? Like do you guys want to both be in the seats where you can actually poke your head out the top?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you all pile in, and one of the scav bodyguard equivalents, he knows how to drive, so he turns on the car and starts chugging out. And they roll off the ramp, and the big doors open. They drive through, and just before the doors close fully, they stop and open a little bit as another car drives out, and the screen kind of fades out as this very expensive-looking car, races out into the out onto the planet's surface, following you. And inside of it, you can see the young woman from before, decked out in heavy armor and like with a big ass spear just hooked on the side of her car.
So she really is my rival.
Yes. But that's where we're going to end it for this week. And we hopefully will do the next session, possibly the finale, possibly the penultimate episode. We'll see how things go. Hopefully in like a week to 2. Actually, I'm going to be gone next week, so hopefully in like 2 weeks rather than in like a month. But yes. Meanwhile, though, both of you get an experience points for the things that you guys were doing that I told you throughout the session. You also both get a second experience point for continuing the story, for like continuing along your plot progression. And you are one step closer to completing your job. So we'll see how that goes. But for
And
now,
hopefully completing our personal goals.
yes, you're pretty close to completing yours of becoming infamous. Because you're
Wait,
becoming
no,
famous.
fame.
Well, there's not really much of a difference. You're going to become one of them pretty soon.
My fame's
and
gonna
Ronnie, you
increase,
could
that's
very
for
likely, if you don't die, very likely you're going to accomplish yours. But we'll see.
Oh, thank goodness.
We'll see.
You're
whether
gonna
or not
accomplish mine too.
but we will see. We will see how this happens in the next one. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. But choo.